I've been married for 31 years. We've always been each other's yin and yang. He began transitioning to retirement 4 years ago. He's a self-employed contractor. I retired 2 years ago. Our opposites are getting harder and harder to accept in each other. And this all came to a head recently. I think it's because in September I decided I was going to start communicating with him in the same way he speaks to me. He got mad at me and yelled how unhappy he was and wanted to get into marriage counseling, but only recently followed through to make the phone call. He says he can't talk to me. I say he doesn't treat me with kindness when speaking to me. I'm tired of the negativity. Seems the happier I am in retirement, the grumpier he has become. So, Dr. John, is our marriage salvageable? And is this a common situation in older/long-term marriages?
You're not a lost cause, Stephanie. You may have heard me use this language before, but y'all have gotten yourselves in quite the dance, and it's hard to get out. And y'all may have had some moments when the light shines through in California over the past 10 years, and y'all talked about what it would be like when you retired. And those moments lit you up, and those moments terrified him to death. Because often for men, the whole world has told them they are absolutely useless beyond what they quote unquote provide. Most men have zero understanding, a picture of what provision means other than money in a checking account. And then they ask you to do the one thing that in his line of work for 50 years would get his head knocked off. And that is talk about your feelings.
He doesn't talk about his feelings. He never has.
But I want us to look at that as a skills issue, not a character issue. There's a psychological tenet, if you will, that we often judge ourselves by our intent and we judge other people by their actions. I snap because here's why, and I have a whole context for why I snapped at somebody. But if somebody snaps at me, it's because they're a jerk. They're a bad person. If I could give you one gift, it would be to toggle the judgment from judgment to curiosity. Curiosity is an invitation. Judgment is a declaration of exclusion. Get out of here. You've tried the distancing, and you've tried the kicking them out of the room, and you've tried the ultimatums. And y'all are going to see a professional, which I applaud. This isn't Hollywood, and it's not sexy, but it'll work. I'd love for you to write down on a piece of paper, and I want you to sit down and look at him across the table and say, I know you love me, and I've never given you an explicit roadmap to my heart. I'm sorry. But let's just try. And then tell him, it would be amazing if you gave me a roadmap to your heart. Because we're in the fourth quarter of our lives. We're in the fourth quarter of our marriage. We get to decide what happens next. We get to choose it. I think it's both of y'all setting ego down and saying, here's the path to my heart. I need a path to yours. And I'm going to commit to do it. Will you commit to? And if both of y'all can do that and learn some new skills in therapy, man, you're going to have an awesome fourth quarter.